Hey everybody, how we doing today? It is episode 10 of Grinding with Borgman. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. So today I'm going to be incorporating, some business into the warm-ups. As you can see, I already have some drawings on the screen. Right now we're doing a contact sheet or tonal thumbnails, essentially, for a project, for a mural that we're going to be doing. So this is, we're kind of working on showcasing to the client what the feel of the mural is going to be, and have them help us hone in on what they want, so that way we can be more effective when we actually start painting on the walls. So this is episode 10 of Borgman Designs, and we're starting to dial in, kind of what we're looking to do with the channel, how we want it to go, and what we want it to be about. Sorry, a little scattered right now this morning, but yeah. So we're going to be incorporating, like we did yesterday, news and things that are positive things that are going on in the world that we're excited about, and to help remind everybody who tunes in that there are a lot of good things happening, regardless of how it might feel. So we're keeping all that BS politics out of it, focused on space. We were talking about space a lot yesterday. Really enjoyed that. Had a couple new people chiming in chat. Really appreciate your input. But to that vein, I was looking, I was checking out some recent news and stuff that ties into some of the stuff we were talking about yesterday, and some stuff that we've talked about previously, like recent discoveries that tie into things that talked about in previous episodes. So I had been talking about how the bone structure of everything is there's homology. See, you can see all the stuff that I've been looking through and looking up. It's important. You can make YouTube work for you. YouTube and Facebook can be very horrible for you and your own personal growth, but you can also make them work for you if you don't tune into the BS. Just tune into stuff that you feel will help you improve as a person. That's my goal. I don't always succeed. I definitely watch. I like my Elden Ring videos. Actually, a friend of mine last night reminded me of another YouTuber that I used to really enjoy his League of Legends videos. Donkey, just a funny guy. Super popular YouTuber. Got away from League of Legends, and we were just talking about what an accomplishment that in and of itself is, to start your stream one way and then be able to break away from that. So yeah, we're just gonna be so this is the mural. She's a horse girl, the woman we're doing this for. And we've been talking about this when we were doing during the one warm-up session where we were working on horse anatomy. But sorry, and in that horse anatomy video, we were actually talking about the fact that all vertebrates kind of have this a similar breakdown of a similar breakdown of like structures, bone and muscle structures, regardless of how disparate they are, you know, in like how disparate they are in like environment and like food chain and just all of that. And actually found a video on that, and that actually, the term is homology, apparently. So the homology of of two organisms, and the video itself was just talking about homology as a case for evolution, because it's like a natural progression of structures for a creature, you know. And then also with this mural, we're kind of showcasing some other stuff we had talked about, the concept of using like warmer or cooler colors as shadow. Like, even though green is normally a cooler color, we're using it as a shadow, but then we're using the deep shadows, like the really deep shadows, as this bright red, as kind of an accent color, and it is even though it's generally a warmer color, we're able to use it as an accent, you know. Yeah, as like the deepest shadow. But yeah, because this is a warm-up, but it's also a warm-up for work, I might get a little distracted, as I will be not more precious with this, but I'm paying attention to what there's less freeform to it. There's more thought, because I'm trying to represent many different ideations of this mural, you know. Not sure how zoomed in she wants it, what angles she wants them at. We can also do some cool geometric stuff, which would create a 3D effect with the horse. If we add this box in here, then it makes it feel as if the animal is coming out at us, especially if we kind of turn it. You gotta remember that they have that crazy ankle. That ankle is nuts, bruh. You know, and she has, so this is going in their kitchen, and oh shoot, I have to respond to that email as well. But this is going into their kitchen, and so this is the color scheme for the kitchen, and I grabbed gold on top of that, and then I also grabbed a darker sage green to kind of like give myself a little bit more range, while at the same time, let's see if we can do this too, and it's nice, you see things within, so it's like suddenly this mane has a lot more volume because I'm willing to use that background color, and I would actually do this almost for this one. But, and the wall itself that we're going to be doing is, let's see, I mean, it's not a huge wall, 105.5 inches by 79.75 inches. So it's a decent sized mural, but it's not like the side of a building, you know, it's just one portion of a room. But yeah. So I would actually need to see. We're gonna restart this one. Restart this one. Oh, I still need to look up how to do that for me and everybody tuning in. The whole straight line on a radial in any direction in Photoshop, because right now I can only do the straight lines in but so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Hey Whooper, what's going on, man? Welcome back. It's going great today, buddy. We're gonna be doing as you can see, I've already got some stuff going. This is a contact sheet for a client where we're showcasing different compositions for a... that's good, man. That's good. Are the days starting to shorten up there in Finland? Oh, thanks, bud. Yeah, this is for a mural that we're going to be doing. So for the client, we're putting together a contact sheet so that way they can see all the different compositions that, and we can kind of nail down one. So it's a way so you don't have the worst thing that every artist hates after you're done the project, the client saying, oh, you know, if you could just change this real quick, I mean, like, that's no big deal, right? Like, no, this is why we want your input on the front end of the projects. Oh, it's night right now. How far ahead are you? What time is it there? Or, you know, ahead of me. It's the world does not revolve around the United States. I mean, sort of, but, you know, I don't want to create that. It's just in reference to me. How far ahead are you? We're actually going to move this up. Oh, shoot. Wow. You're 9 hours ahead? No, wait. That's not right. 6. I keep forgetting that 12 is noon and then it restarts. So 13 is 1 o'clock. So you're 7 hours ahead. Somebody did not go into the military. Me. I didn't. I have a problem with authority. 6 hours in the future. What's it like, man? Are there flying cars yet? Did we get our jetpacks? Actually, jetpacks exist. It's awesome. Those Iron Man, like, jet propulsion wrist things with the backpack. Watching people fly around on those. That's amazing. Just building the shape. See, I just moved back up north from the south, and I'm actually very excited for fall and winter here, because it's like meaningful fall and winter, you know? Unlike down there in southern United States, where you're just like, oh, alright, well, it's colder for no reason, there's no snow. I can understand that sentiment, but I used to be a snowboard instructor, and I have a love of the winter, for sure. I mean, some of my fondest memories from childhood are building snow forts in like the embankments that the plows used to make driving by. That was the best. But I understand winter is probably way worse for you up there. Northern Europe. Shoof. Oh yeah. So the homology was the thing that we were talking about, where everything, is kind of structured very similarly. But man, sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. It's because I'm focused on what I'm doing this morning. Negative 45 Celsius. All right, so 0 is 32 Fahrenheit. God, I need to learn the math for Celsius, especially if my main viewership is, from a metric country. But this will be a really cool effect once we put in some of those shadows. Negative 45 Celsius. Dang. Get that gold. Get that gold fringe. Those highlights in there. Maybe one right here. Grab that gold again. Create some rim lighting here. We'll actually take this whole thing, and I actually want to be more. Negative 49 Fahrenheit. Oh my God. The worst it gets here with like wind chill can be like negative 14 Fahrenheit. And I mean, I've experienced that, and that's rugged. Sorry, drinking that water, keeping hydrated. Gotta do it, everybody. You're probably dehydrated, remember. So we'll do oh yeah, this is gonna be way cooler. There's that 3D effect popping out. Whew. That's rugged, man. Do you do anything in the winter, or is it just too cold to even like attempt it? Do you do any like winter sports or anything? So this leg would be lower. Well, that's good. At least you can. Feel like, I don't know. Well, hey, you know, that's a lot of time for drawing, you know? If it's negative 49 out, just stay by the wood stove and draw some flames. Some like Studio Ghibli level. Ghibli? I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, some Studio Ghibli level flame, fire and flames. That's where it's at. Just freeze outside. Yeah. That's got to be that temperature where you can, you know, bring boiling water outside and throw it in the air and it instantly turns to snow. It's got to be like that level, I feel like, you know. Yikes. Gotta get the good gloves. Here I am. It's literally 3 times. Actually, no. I was gonna say it gets 3 times colder there than it does here, but that's not even accurate because cold is relative. That's a weird concept. Because like 50 degrees is not twice as hot as 25 degrees. You know what I mean? Since you can go into the negatives? I don't know. Wow. Just think about that. You can have double or triple the number, but not actually double or triple the temperature, I feel like. I don't know. Argue with me on that if you think I'm wrong. But because temperature is relative to environment. And based on sensation, and people experience temperature differently. Let's see. And then this, I would want us to go. For some reason, I really like the concept of this guy jumping through like shallow water. So I'm really pushing that a little bit. Just got this nice off-white for me to use. Good highlight. And then when we do, I mean, it's going to be an impressionistic mural, but when we actually do the mural, you know, we're going to be using some photographic source material, so that way we can make it like a really, you know, this is just from the old memory archives. Not the most accurate, but not too shabby, because do have a decent mental reference library, even if it's not. Boom, 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 boom. I like that. That's good. That's good stuff. I actually double windows and double doors to keep the coldness away. Oh yeah, no. I think the closest thing we have to that here in New England is mud rooms, which is fun. It's actually really funny. The United States is so huge that like we have so many different things that are regional. So like from place to place here, like people have no idea what you're talking about, and also our dialects are so different. Like I being born and raised in New England, when I moved south, I would put a little too much U or an umlaut over my O's. Umlaut is that little. That's an umlaut. But I would put those a little too much emphasis on the oo sound or the sound in words, and people were like, "What are you saying?" Because I would say like, "Oh, do you know where the brum is?" And then be like, "What is a brum?" I was saying broom, but they can't. They don't know what I'm talking about. And some of this is me just like doing different sized stuff. You know, I mean, like this is the same posing, just different sizes. So, and it's all just so that way we can hone in on what she's looking for. With this though, I would want to do this kind of thing, like a little cloud situation. Don't worry, the clouds are coming. The clouds are coming, I promise. Get that in there. This is a sound effect kind of day. I don't have a lot to say today, which is, you know, weird. I mean, I do, but again, preoccupied and focused since I'm working on, you know, paying work with my warm-ups, because I do get to have that freedom in this exercise, even without. And I would use a different brush for this, were I doing it on the actual mural. And that's why I have like cloud brushes and whatnot in my boom, there we go. So then some sun is kind of pushing through these. Winter comes, make a small snowball pyramid and then put a candle inside of it, at least. What's the significance of the snowball pyramid? Like, is it like, hey, like we live here and we're alive because we lit the candle, or is it like nobody froze to death, or? dark right there around that. And then we've got the God rays. That is what those are called, and my brother will make fun of me every time because I was like, oh yeah, those are called God rays, and then he would just mock me after I told him about that. Oh, hey, did you know those are called God rays? Wow, check out those God rays. Hey, did you see those God rays up there? We mock each other for knowing too much. Or thinking we know too much. One of my good friends is a philosophy major, and we were talking about it last night. And he was listing off the philosophy. I mean, I don't read enough. I need to read more. But the philosopher that was talking about knowing nothing, which is knowing you know nothing is better than thinking you know more than you do. Pretty light shining out the holes. Yeah, no, in the clouds. Yeah, that's what, when you see, like, when you can actually like see the light beams breaking through the clouds, that's when it's that's a God ray. But yeah. I've heard that term a lot, so I think it's the technical term, but you know, I could be very wrong. I like that one a lot. That little bit of geometry it's so much fun. See, the main Oh, hey, welcome back, EXO. Well, you know, quit trying to, use cryptocurrency to buy people in foreign countries, and then you won't need to use your VPN. You criminal. Human trafficking is wrong, though, everybody. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the good things. What? No, why would I? I would never ban you. You're 50% of my viewership. I can't ban you. I need all the love and affirmation I can get. Where do we go next? Whew. Where do we go next? Let's just flip this one. So that way, see, what's cool is actually this is actually a terminal wall in the room. So like, and then over here is a door. So it will like that's actually, I think that one's probably that one's the winner for me, but you know, might have too much red in it for her. And there's no pink. I gotta tie that pink in somehow. Oh, you gotta grab coffee. Yeah, no, all right. Well, if you're going to Starbucks. There we go. Look, we put the pink in. See that? Just a little dash of pink. Actually, because of ambient occlusion, that's where the darkest shadow would be. And there we go, and then we'll do this. Oh yeah, might be a bit much. Whatever. These are just the thumbnails. She can be like, I don't know, the pink seems a bit much. And I'd be like, yeah, you know, I was thinking the same thing, but hey, screw it, we're just doing thumbnails during warm-ups. Know what I'm saying? All right, where do we go next, people? You gotta grab some gloves. It's not even winter yet, Whooper. You're not that far in the future. Oh, oof, that's brutal. I got really low blood pressure myself, so like, I get super cold hands and feet, and sweaty. My hands and feet get wicked sweaty too. All right, so let's see. Maybe like a hard angle, like, oh, that's gonna be tough though. If we do it like this, if we're like, all right, running. Do it like that. Do it like that. See, I had this concept for like, a high angle shot, you know? Kind of divide the wall. Because I want them running in a river. For some reason, that's just like a fixture in my brain. I want them running through like a shallow river. I think that's like the most romantic way to picture a horse, you know? Running free in the fields through a shallow river. Welcome back. But let's see. Yeah, where would we... Let's go with... Yep. 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 That's the one. That's the one. And then we need to just kind of... And then like this. And then we grab that. We kind of... But really, yeah, all right, that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah. And then, so two different divisions. Go down, went to a barber like a week ago, so my head. Oh, dude, I'm actually, I need to get my hair cut too, and I actually have some plans on that. Yeah, no, and I am anticipating. The thing is, I'm probably going to be shaving my head, in solidarity for somebody else who is going through some cancer stuff. So I need to, I just wanted to do that. That's not the point though. I'm dreading, one of the things I'm dreading is just how cold my head is going to be afterwards. That's not the point of me telling that. But yeah. Prognosis seems good. They seem like they're going to be okay, which I'm very grateful for. But again, not the point of me telling it. Somebody else's private business. And I don't think they'd want me sharing it with the internet. But they're going through cancer, but my head's going to be cold. Yeah, so poor me. And I guess I would want to move that. Nah, I'd want to move that. Yeah. I actually want this moved like over like that probably, because I'm going to be putting the horses more front and center that way. and then boom, and boom, and boom, 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 boom. Yeah, me too. It's gonna be okay. You know. But I need to actually shave my head, especially now that I like put it out there. Because now if I don't, I'm just a horrible person. Now I just, now I got like that free attention without actually doing anything. That free like, oh wow, he's such a good guy. Like, oh, I'm gonna shave his head. No, I have to do it now. Because I put it out there. But my head's gonna be cold. But yeah, no. Yeah, if I lived in Finland though, I would never get a haircut. That now you are opening my eyes to why there are so many long-haired blonde Northern Europeans, because -45 degrees Fahrenheit / 40 what degrees Celsius? Scrolling up. 45. So 49 Fahrenheit, 45 Celsius. Jeez. Oh yeah, there we go. I know, right? I had no idea, like, the amount of effort. Speaking of hair, I had no idea the amount of like effort and care required to like take care of different hair types. For instance, I it just immediately came to mind, but John Oliver, he did a special on black people's hair and how much they have to like do to keep their hair in like to take care of their hair, and like the extra lengths that they have to go to take care of it and stuff. I thought it was just really interesting. I was like, oh dang, I had no idea. Made me feel like I should, when somebody's got really crazy good hair, I feel like I should compliment it more. Be like, yo, nice work. Wait, that's some effort. See, this is going to be one of the toughest ones. This. No, actually, it's not so bad. This is pretty good. Although that does look a bit penisy. Gotta watch out for that. From this angle, that right rear leg has got a certain quality to it. I'm sure the red doesn't help though. We should maybe change that. We'll just go with the green. Go with the green. And then we'll do a nice little highlight around it. But water's gonna be splashing up anyways. Yeah, no, it's like I mean, I use 2-in-1 conditioner. I just like throw shit into my hair to clean it and then just go about my day. That's what I mean. Like there's so much extra effort involved. Like when you see a woman with like that like cloth like woven into like braids and stuff, she had to sit in a chair for hours Like, it was a day of her week to do that. And the reason for it is also to, like, protect her hair and stuff, you know. It's not like I mean, every kind of stylistic choice is a bit of a vanity thing, like, no matter who you are, but it's like, it has a purpose too, you know what I mean? And that was very eye-opening. I was like, wow, I take my hair for granted. Welcome to another famous Borgman tangent. Soon to be famous Borgman tangent. This would be a little more. This would be a little more like that. This would be a little more. Ooh. How's the music right now? I'm still having trouble having it play through the VOD, which stinks, because it's like, one of the whole premises of the channel is, you know, being able to just chill and get some work done while we listen to music together. So if people can't listen to the music, it's like, shoot. Perfect. I gotta figure out, maybe, is it this? Properties. Oh, no properties available. Advanced audio properties. VOD audio for soundtrack by Twitch. Says it's working. Oh. The tracks weren't clicked. Maybe that'll fix it. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see later today. Half the video will have music, half of it won't. You know. And then we'll actually do this. Check out this nice, nifty little cheat. Ooh. Splash. Big old splash. And which way is the river running, do we think? I think it's running... Is it running upstream or downstream? It's running upstream. Yeah. So the water will go up like this. And the splashes. So that means that all of the splashes are getting carried away this way. More dynamic. Yes, that's a crazy thought. Yeah. I actually, I wonder that too. Cause, you know, we get not as low, but we get low too, and we definitely have homeless people. But you also have, isn't your country one of the ones known for your kind of, you know, social programs? Protecting people from themselves. I don't know if that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's my point. Like, you guys, yeah, universal healthcare does wonders. How do you deal with how do homeless people not freeze? Well, we don't have homeless people in Finland. Oh. You also do have a very homogenous population, though, you know? Like, that's one of the things where it's like, if you look up, like, the happiest countries in the world, they're all countries with super homogenized populations. Like, they're all one kind of cultural background. So people tend to agree with each other very easily. Or at least, you know, not disagree with each other to such a severe extent as, you know, say the United States, where people from literally all over the world live. And one of the best illustrations of this is the Olympics. And my friend, my friend pointed it out, and at the same time, I think there's a comedian who has a joke about it, but like Daniel Tosh or something, but where it's like, yeah, like the United States gymnastics team, all different you know, kinds of people from all different cultures and walks of life and stuff, you know, Black, Hispanic, white, Asian, whatever. The Chinese gymnastics team, all Chinese people, you know. The Australian gymnastics team, all white dudes or white people, you know, depending on which team you're talking about. But yeah, no, it's just something that populations have an easier time getting along when they're homogenized. And that actually just goes back to, like, what I was saying with the whole, like, how big our United States is. And, like, you know, there's just so many different people from different cultural backgrounds and stuff. And they, the fact that they just don't really mesh sometimes because they come from such disparate cultures, which lends to the argument of, you know, mandatory civil service. I think that would be so good for our country. I know like Israel and stuff does it, and, you know, like Israel's a great example of a country that does it. Then there's, you know, other examples of less good examples. My friend is a joke thief. Yeah, no, he's not known to be big into comedy, so I don't know if he heard it from a comedian. From Daniel Tosh. I think he is just the kind of person, you know, I mean, two people are gonna have the same thought. That being said, you know, he's not nearly as famous, so pretty sure it was Tosh, but, you know, the comedian is the one who came up with it, not my friend. Because, well, he doesn't have a following. Just me. I actually want this to be this color here. Something, limited number of melodies. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, there's every song ever created, or every melody that could be created has already been created. Yada yada melodies. Oh yeah, no, that's gotta be. That's horrible. But I mean, you know, I've experienced something along those lines. Here, I was actually like walking out of a restaurant and some old guy fell one winter, and like everybody ran to like pick him up, and nobody called, you know, like a bunch of people were around, but nobody called like any emergency services. They just like all rushed to help him up, and I was like, I'm a physically large dude, and I was the largest person there, and it was like there were so many people in the way. I was like, I'm probably the best option to help pick him up, but I also know you should like put cushion under their head and like not move them until like somebody who's actually trained. Because, you know, what if they broke something? Like if they broke their hip and then you're like forcing them up, that's not a good thing. You know, that's bad for those folks, the elderlies. Oof, yeah, they get hypothermia quick, I imagine. I mean, it's not like your blood flow was what it once was, I'm sure, or even your blood cell count. Yep, we're all dying as soon as we stop regenerating more cells. Then we lose every day. Oh man. Well, so it looks like we're not gonna dive back into because we're getting some good work done here, and this is for actual like work stuff. So I don't know if we're gonna be jumping into the showdown drawing on this episode, but hope people are enjoying this. Winter does not sound fun anymore, does it? You know, let's think about the positives. Let's think about the positives of winter. We're just espousing the negatives of winter right now. Let's think about the positives of it. I have a friend who is at war with the sun. He hates the sun. He thinks the sun is killing us. You know, he doesn't have to deal with the sun in the wintertime. There are those kinds of people. We'll all right. And then, you know, you two seem like kindred spirits, XO. This actually needs to get shortened. Does it though? Yeah, it does. Then, you know, even though old people are in greater danger, there's less of them driving on the roads. And I value and respect the elderly, but some of y'all should not be driving. Yeah, and I understand the, you know, wanting to maintain your freedom. If you're outside for more than during any season, that's not the sun trying to kill you. That's just the sun being the sun, and corporations and, you know, like greenhouse gas producers not caring if the sun kills you. That's not on the sun, man. You know, like that's on other people. Give the sun a break there. That's not fair to Mr. Sun. Well, you can't do that. But honestly, you can't really do much of anything. And that's why we talk about space and like hopeful stuff on this channel, because you can't fight. We're just ants we're ants in a wall. It's solar opposites and we're wall people. And there's just a bunch of other people making decisions that dictate the course of everything. Dave, So you want to live like Gurren Lagann, the anime. Hey, there we go. Another anime for people to watch. It's good, but it gets flippin' weird. But yeah, they're all about drilling. All about drilling in Gurren Lagann. And fan service, because anime boobies, right? I mean, that's the reason art was created, was for anime boobies. So that way anime boobies could exist. Welcome back. But Exo brings up a good point. Whooper, everybody in Finland should just dig. It's gonna be, what is it, 20 feet down? It starts warming up underground there. It's not, you don't have to dig that far to get the geothermal heat stuff. The geothermal heat stuff. I am a man of science. Just become a mole person. That's what Exo votes for. You'd be much warmer. Maybe not happier, but definitely warmer. You two are gonna make me famous. Because that's the solution, is just dig. I'm gonna solve all the world's problems, because some influential person, one of those corporate people, is gonna see this stream and they're gonna be like, just dig. That's all we've had to do this whole time. Ooh, I'm feeling this jam. So, you know what the problem is? This right here is messing with everything. That right there. So we're gonna just get rid of it. Actually, I think this. More like this anyways. I was actually watching a great Borodante. He is a YouTube streamer who he does a lot of he's an art YouTuber, and he had this great line where he was saying that it's right there where light and shadow meet is where all the fun is in a painting. So like this spot right there, like that's the spot where the good stuff is, and that's what makes a good painting, really, is what's happening in there. You have the only good thing about when is you can cut driving time, because you can drive with cars over ice. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So you don't even need bridges. I have a recurring dream where I live in a mansion underground that's just a hatch in the middle of a field. Yeah, EXO, if you haven't watched Love and Monsters on Netflix, you should just be like, it's a fun movie. It's a funny movie. It's an actiony movie. It's a cute movie. It's got a lot of things going for it. But you would love the underground living situation. It's describe you exactly the way you describe it, just a little more post-apocalyptic. Love and Monsters. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's worth a watch. Give it a shot. Me and the lady, we thoroughly enjoyed it when we watched it. It's got it's got one of those kids from like one of the Maze Runner movies or whatever. So these are splashes and ripples that are getting carried downstream. Jeez and cross. Somebody has a recurring dream about a mansion. Somebody has a recurring dream about murderous octopi. I've experienced sleep paralysis like once before where, I wasn't stressed about it when it happened to me. I was like, oh, damn, this is nice. Because I have trouble sleeping anyways, so it was like, all I had to do was close my eyes and I went right back to sleep. My fiance, she's experienced it too, and she was terrified by it. But she's also the kind of person who can sleep for I think today she got 10 hours of sleep. To my 6.5. She's a sleeper. It's only temporary. I don't know, not much truly freaks me out. Being as big as I am, I do have some concern for confined spaces. And ironically I struggle with heights. But aside from heights and and some minor claustrophobia, and the claustrophobia is if there's space enough for me to be in a position and I can wriggle and not get stuck, I'm fine. But getting stuck, that's terrifying for me because of just how large of a person I am. When are you going spelunking? See, I've been through some very narrow cave passages, and it doesn't freak me out. What freaks me out is when when my chest starts to press against one side when I'm turned sideways and my chest and back get wedged in the rock. That's the moment where I'll be especially if there are people behind me, coming, approaching down the same path, and I'm like, nope, I can't move any further. I need, that's not a good situation for me to be in. But I would totally go spelunking. I would not go in some of those. Whew, there are some caves though that I've, the ones where they have to like take their helmet off in order to get into the cave, because it's too broad. Yeah, no, like, but I mean, nobody's gonna ask me to go in there. Like, it's obvious I'm not gonna fit. So that would be, I'm the worst choice. You know what I'm a great choice for? Filling a doorway. That's the only thing people should ask me to do. Maybe lift something that a smaller person is having trouble with. That's about it. I don't have a lot of special skills. Yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely, it's not, and that's the thing, that's why it's like, I don't really consider it like any kind of special fear, because I feel like it's a thing that every human would experience, We actually want to, let's see if we can't just mesh transform this just to make it easier on ourselves. Warp, yeah. Hmm. 5, 6. Wow. Yeah, no, man. I mean, if you do not have to provide this information, but, like, how old are you, too? Because that determines things. Also, is that 5 feet 6 inches? I know that you're in a metric country, so. Yeah, average size for a finished. I'm well above average. Well above the average. But yeah. You know what? Don't even answer the how old you are question. That's inappropriate for this. 6'11"? Dang, dude! Taller than me by an inch. I'm impressed. I thought I was rare, or I thought I was a rarer breed. 5, 6, wow. Hey, honestly, Whooper, it sounds like the mole person idea might work out for you. I'm X+1 to whoever's in the room. X+1. You're one of those, XO. I understand now. Okay. All right. I've got your number. Wow. This is a channel for wholesome honesty and, thoughtful discourse. I don't appreciate this kind of trickery. So, once I learn how to ban people, it's not your VPN anymore, sir. Mr. Yeah. Well, I like Whooper. Whooper is great. Isn't that a thing from, aren't Whoopers from Super Mario? You're a toast man? Yeah. Oh, bloopers. My apologies. Okay, so there's bloopers. You're telling me there's not whoopers as well? Like, that seems very... I feel like there's gotta be whoopers in Mario. If there's bloopers, there's gotta be whoopers. You know what would help this one, actually? If we did the geometry thing again. Check this. Check it. Check this out. What? What? See that? See what that did? It's crazy. It's craziness. Then take some gold highlights and just spring. No, that's dumb. That's dumb. It's a dumb thing that I was doing there. This, and then if we have a couple strands, just looks like strands of grass. So like that's the rocky portion, and this is the grass portion of the riverbank, right? Gosh, it's like I'm so good at this game. It's like it's too easy. It's too easy for me. See, my friend's a joke thief. I'm being a streamer thief. I watched another streamer. I mean, this is from years ago. This is like a YouTube video. It's so easy. It's so easy for me. I got Mario on the brain. That's what it is. And the Goomba. He's the guy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Call me Toaster. Little smaller than average. Oh, you looked it up. Never look it up. Never look it up, Whooper. Well, the thing for me is I'm 6'10", and there are not that many 6'10" people in the world. There just aren't. And yet every single person I meet is like, oh, I know somebody who's as tall as you. And I'm like, no, you don't. There's not that many of us. We're rare. We're, like... It's like, well, I don't know. I'm guessing, kind of like black people in Finland. I'm just saying, probably not that many of them there. So it's like, if you had a black friend in Finland, and somebody was just like, oh yeah, no, everybody's friends with the same black guy in Finland, that's what it is. And I'm a friendly guy, so maybe everybody's friends with me. That's and they just forget, and I'm the person that they know, who's as tall as me. Was that too much? 5 with your own. See. People will figure it out, man. People will figure out the secret if you keep this up. It'll seem so much less organic. Okay, that's enough with that one. I do kind of like it. It's weird. It's definitely different. Still feeling this one. This one's the hotness right here. Good stuff. What else You know, growing up in New England, it's definitely like changed. Like people have kind of like spread a bit more. Um, and I see a bit more ethnic diversity here than when I first lived here. Uh, but when I was growing up and when I first lived here, we had 4 or 5 non-white kids in high school, um, and the 2 black kids were adopted uh, by the same family. They were brothers. Um, Great guys. Uh, they were super nice to everybody. They're really good guys. But moving back, I see a lot more ethnic diversity. But growing up, I didn't. So when I turned 18 and moved down south for school, I all I had to get around was a bike and a bus schedule, and I would take the city buses, and I was the only white person on the bus, and I was like, it was mind blowing for me because like I kind of had this like moment of realization where I'm like, oh, this is kind of what it feels like to like there is an inaccurate sense of isolation brought on by like just cultural stuff when you're the only person of your race in like a room. I like experienced that when I first moved down south and I was taking like the city buses everywhere. And yeah, it was mind blowing. So like I understand. Yeah, it's very much like if you're not accustomed to it, you're not accustomed to it, and that's again goes right back to the fact that the United States in particular would benefit hugely from a year of forced civil service. When you turn 18, when you graduate high school, before you go to college, you either you just are employed by the state for a year, and they send you that you either join the military or you go and perform like social programs, like build housing or like participate in like farming or something like that. Like you go and aid a different portion of your country somewhere else that is a different kind of cultural feel than where you're from. And like, man, our country would be so much better off. People would get along so much better. You would understand people that you don't understand. We would actually like grow to appreciate each other's cultures and like appreciate our lack of homogenization and hegemony. Yeah, that's a word. But that's not like a weird thing for your country because it's not a commonplace ethnic group. So it's like it just goes back to that where it's like the more we can understand each other, the better off we will be, and the less, because I mean, I imagine no judgment of you whatsoever, Toasty, because I've experienced it myself. But I imagine it's probably kind of off-putting to have somebody staring at you just because they're so unaccustomed to seeing your skin tone in their like day-to-day social life. So, regardless of whether you support like shared social responsibility or not, it would definitely like or like forced civil service, whether you like support that or not. The argument against its benefits as far as like cultural integration, I don't really feel like can be argued against. There are other arguments that can be made where it's like, oh, then you're a slave to the state, and it's like, well, you're not really, I mean, I'm sure all the rich people will still get out of it somehow. Or they'll get the very cushy, assignments that don't take them anywhere challenging. That's cool. That's really cool. Actually, the college I went to down south, UNC Greensboro, we had a massive Asian population on campus, and it was really interesting, because I was just like, oh, like I wonder if there's some kind of like special, you always wonder if there's some kind of like special incentivization, like maybe like Taiwan and Finland have like a special relationship where they have like easy tourism between the two or something like that. Check this. This is gonna be even cooler. This is gonna be even cooler. We're gonna put this directly in shadow. So then it's almost as if I should be coming up with new ideas and I'm just improving this idea. But then it's like the object itself is in 3D space. This and that goes right in here. This and a little bit of red in there. It's like a brownish blonde. I am very I'm blue-eyed, blonde-haired. I'm very Aryan, very Polish / German. Just a little bit. I feel like I need to increase some of this. Maybe this would be more straight. Held a message for reason or religion. I had to allow that last message. I've never actually had that. The bots are really good at catching race and ethnicity negativity. So don't dog yourself, Whooper. You're not shit colored. Your hair and eyes. No. It was because you were describing physical features as shit. That's what the bot caught. So basically, this is an automated bot and myself telling you not to be dogging yourself on your appearance. Yeah. The gods of Twitch were like, hey, like, don't be so mean to yourself. Yeah, man. This is the term. You're swarthy. And it's a good thing for those cold climates. Yeah. You're swarthy. I've never had to do the bot permissions before. That was pretty... All right. Well, we got 2 more ideas down, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and start taking care of some other stuff today. It is 3 o'clock, so this is generally where we end the stream. Oh yeah, no, I totally. There are several different avenues of humor, and self-deprecation is definitely one of mine as well. You know, puts other people at ease when you're willing to make fun of yourself. I dig it. But regardless, man, you know, stay positive, stay warm, and thank you again for joining and hanging out with me while I grind through stuff. And EXO, thank you as well for anybody who's tuning in but not chatting. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for grinding with us. Have a good one, man. But yeah, keep putting love out into the world. Keep, you know, yeah, no. Glad to unban you and your VPN. You have a great rest of the day too. Everybody, thank you so much, and keep grinding. Keep working hard. Keep putting love out there, and let's keep improving each other and ourselves. Thank you so much, and check us out, Borgman Designs, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, VODs on Twitch, and also our own portfolio website, borgmandesigns.com. So thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us. Have an awesome day.